Video Collaboration Group 12. The War in the Pacific. The Battle of Guadalcanal. The Japanese had the initiative in the Pacific after the attack on Pearl Harbor. 1942 was the height of the Japanese Empire. In short order, they had conquered a series of islands, establishing a defensive perimeter that ranged from western Alaska to the Solomon Islands. In June 1942, the United States dealt the Japanese Navy a devastating blow. At the Battle of Midway, the United States sank 4 of Japan's 6 aircraft carriers. At least for the moment, Japanese naval power was shattered. The Americans had won their first major victory against Japan. The tide had turned, and the initiative in the Pacific belonged to the United States. Why was this important? It allowed them to take the offensive. In order to keep the initiative, the Americans set their sights on Guadalcanal. This attack had 2 other strategic benefits. It would protect the air and sea routes to Australia and New Zealand. Taking Guadalcanal would also allow the Allies to pierce Japan's defensive perimeter of islands. This would give them a base to launch attacks further into Japanese territory, inching them closer and closer to Japan itself. Guadalcanal is an island in the Solomon chain. The operation to go after it was originally called Operation Watchtower. The Marines had a better name for it, Operation Shoestring, because it was going to go ahead with very little preparation. Maps were scarce, as were charts of the tricky waters between the Solomon Islands. There were other issues as well. The troops were undertrained and inexperienced. Supplying the invasion and battle would require the Navy to anchor off the coast, sitting ducks for Japanese attack. But in the end, Commander-in-Chief of the United States Fleet, Admiral Ernest J. King, decided to take the risk. Operation Shoestring, the attack on Guadalcanal, was a go.